cause we thinking the same thing. We on the same page cause we sipping the same drink.
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we've got a pair of safeties who will be counted on to be the last line of defense. It's McCourty's Patriots going up against Thomas's Seahawks. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Coming up is a rematch of that memorable Super Bowl 49 between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Their meeting in Super Bowl 49 was thrilling. What's in store here? The Pats and Seahawks are underway. So here come the Patriots now on offense. They're led out by a man who started more Super Bowls than anyone in NFL history, the great Tom Brady.
I can't help but admire the career Tom Brady has had. The numbers are off the charts. The Super Bowl championships and rings, we know that they are incredible. But how about the durability? Had one season that he missed, most of that season because of a knee injury. The rest of the time, he answers the bell and wills his team to victory more times than not.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 30 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, New England.
Most receivers love running the post pattern. You go downfield as fast as you can, give a head fake or two, and then you head towards the post in the middle of the field and look for the football. A tough route to cover if you get fooled with a little bit of fake in the middle of it.
Brady now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a New England 1st down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's Wilson to throw. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target.
Doug Baldwin, he's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin taking it in, and the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
Pardon me, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, That puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Second down following the incompletion. Brady to throw on second down. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he's gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Again, it's Brady. Dancing to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And it's third down. Throwing is Brady on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. Flush to his right. And he finds Danny Amendola. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
To throw, it's Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Brady to throw again. Flushed out right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Brady going to go on 4th down. On the move to his left. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
He hits Jermaine Kearse. 15 yards there for number 15. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Again, Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Here's Wilson to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. One receiver left, 2 to the right. And that's Kearse for the Seattle touchdown, hauling it in. Jermaine Kearse there to make the grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Now Dion Lewis to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Buying time to his left. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. They slot Gronkowski out right. On 2nd down, here's Brady. Steps away to his left. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Oh, Tom Brady still down on the ground. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And it doesn't matter who we talk to. It doesn't matter what week in the season. At some point when we talk to the head coach or the offense coordinator or the quarterback, what are they going to talk about? Decision-making.
Yep.
Making good decisions. That throw there certainly was not one of them.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's 4th down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And it is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Long in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40 and give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Here's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. On second down, here's Wilson. It's caught. Baldwin. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now Wilson on second down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jimmy Graham there to make the grab. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And here's Lewis. Look at the spin. So the Patriots coming out now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cliff Averill in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady escaping the pressure right, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
Delay of game, offense.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the